Hi, my name is Trang Tries It, and welcome to another episode where I get a metaphysical reading. So today I am getting a psychic reading from Beverly Nguyen, who I found online through Facebook. Now let's see what info comes through. And before we begin, don't forget to click on that like button down below and hit subscribe. And for those who are looking to develop their own psychic abilities, we do offer an online course at thehappyhealingshop.com. This is also my first time ever reading with her. We've never met before. I actually found her through Facebook. So here we go. Hi there.
Hi, this is Beverly. I'm calling about the psychic reading. Is this Trang?
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Have you ever done something like this before?
Yes, I have.
Okay, cool. So basically I'm going to be reading and scanning your energy. So it's best that you're in a quiet, non-distracting area. And then it's going to feel like a conversation. Like I'm going to ask you questions, you can ask me questions. We'll kind of go back and forth in that way, okay?
Yep.
Let's see here. What area of your life did you want to focus on today?
I think mainly career, and then
Okay.
maybe I just had like one quick question about travel, and then maybe relationship, and then any general information that's that you can sense or have for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me a moment. Let me tune in and see what comes up. But you said career, kind of like romantic relationships.
Yeah. And a general travel
and then
question.
like a travel question. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So give me a moment. Okay, so it looks like career wants to be talked about first.
Yes.
Are you currently working?
No, I have been laid off. And so I was just wondering, probably maybe if you had a sense of what month, when I was going to probably get my, I guess, full-time job. I'm still applying at the moment. And then also maybe what job role it'd be, or like what it looks like what industry.
Okay. Yeah. What is it that you do right now? Or
you mean my last
did
job? My last job was an executive assistant, but I've been that for about 5 years already. So I'm going for more manager roles now.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. I might have to ask a couple more questions, but let me just tune in first to see what's up.
Sure.
So the first thing I'm hearing is that I heard that you're going to be laid off for about 2 to 3 months. I'm hearing that I heard that you'll secure a full-time job in about 3 months.
Okay.
Let me see what else. So I guess it's gonna take like somewhere between now to 3 months. Like it seems like 3 months. Something about 3 months keeps on coming up.
Okay.
So either you're going to already be in your job by the 3rd month, or you will have secured or like been like you're hired in 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah. But there's something about you working in 3 months.
Okay. And
but that could also mean that you might find a job sooner, but then in 3 months you just be more secure in your job. Is another way of like interpreting that.
Yeah. And are you able to see I guess what type of like industry or what I guess the job role, what kind of might look like?
Which of these industries kind of stand out to you? Tech, education, or entertainment? Because those are the 3 that I heard come up.
Oh, I think, well, I'm in Los Angeles, so I think it's fine because I've been applying to mainly tech and entertainment, mainly entertainment because I'm in Los Angeles and a lot of companies here are entertainment based. I would like tech because it's a bit different and there's I think they pay a bit more fairly. And then There's a few fair in between here and there education ones, but I haven't, not too many.
Okay, so those are kind of the three industries that I'm kind of hearing come up.
Okay.
I'm also hearing that it's going to be some sort of like assistant managerial role. Like that's just kind of what I heard. It's a manager role.
Okay.
Maybe like an assistant to start with. It's not super clear, but something about it being a manager role and something about assisting.
Okay.
Let me just see what else is coming up. They're saying that you're going to be very happy this role is also what I'm hearing. Like it suits you very well.
Okay, awesome. It's been a long time.
Yeah, and the word secure keeps on coming up.
Okay.
I don't know if you're like working or dealing with like feeling secure in a job. I know you just got laid off, so maybe there's some part of you that feels kind of insecure, like if that could happen again, or something about that. But the word secure keeps on coming up. Maybe you're looking for a job or a career that's more secure, more stable. I don't know. Does the word secure kind of resonate with you?
Yeah, I mean, I think I guess like financially secure would probably go with that. But
Okay.
I also think
Okay.
more so like what you said, where it's just finally a job that I will enjoy and see myself, being in and whatnot. Yeah.
Okay.
For
Let me see
sure.
what else is coming up. So what I'm hearing is that the other place it didn't suit you very well, and I'm not sure if you were planning to leave that job. I don't know if you liked it, but what I'm hearing is that I guess you can call it like universe or source or just energy. They're saying that it didn't suit you very well, and so the layoff had to happen in order for you to find this other job that's going to feel more financially secure. You're going to feel more respected. You're going to feel a lot happier there. But the word secure keeps on coming up, and I do think it's associated with like feeling more financially secure. But even like just like as a job, it just feels more secure. And I wonder though if it does feel strongly like it's leaning towards either entertainment or tech.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I think the last company I worked for, people, I mean, it was, people were laid off, or they actually a bunch of us were laid off, but that's also during COVID. But I think also what you said, like a lot of employees weren't respected. You kind of didn't know what was going to happen. In the past, they've had like mass layoffs as well, or they had a lot of reorgs. And so when the reorg happened, a bunch of people were also laid off or moved around and whatnot. So it was just kind of it was like a tough environment, I'd say. Yeah, for sure. So yeah. And I wasn't happy.
That never feels good when you're working at a company like that, where you're always constantly like watching your back. Are you going to be laid off today or tomorrow? And just having that anxious feeling of like, when is it my time?
Yeah, exactly.
And so it sort of just feels like it wasn't best suited for you anyhow.
No, I was looking
and
for
that the
other
transition was actually necessary for you.
Yeah, I was also looking for other jobs too, but so I was kind of
Also,
like, I think mentally on the way out.
Yeah. Also, I just want to say you have a very strong ancestral like energy, meaning like your ancestors really come through for you.
Yeah, my grandpa might float around here and there.
Okay, I was gonna say, do you have like a grandparent that's like out and about?
Yeah, he's pretty.
What about like a grandmother?
Yeah, her
Or
too,
like
but I think grandpa more so, for sure.
Because it feels like a grandmother is coming through.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say that like they have a very strong guidance in you, like a spirit guide or like a guardian angel. But they're very pronounced. Like I could really feel them coming through. And it seems to me like they're kind of part of the energy that's orchestrating the transitions and the different changes in your life. I think they're like, hey, I don't think this is working out for her, and they're part of that process of transitioning it for you.
Right. Awesome.
I know that might sound kind of weird, but
No. I totally get it.
Kind of what I'm sensing. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
You got like a posse, like they're
Like a
backing
team.
you up very strong.
Yeah, my gang. Awesome.
Yeah.
And then I think my travel question is just, I think this is a question everyone has because of COVID, since COVID, but just wondering if there's any travel coming in this year. If so, like when would I be going? Where it might be and how long?
Okay. I asked if you're going to be traveling internationally this year, and I get a no for that, but possibly Mexico. I don't know if you feel inspired, but that might be kind of a possibility. And I'm hearing that it's going to be more domestic travel, if there is any. So this is kind of part of like free will.
Right.
There's no set in stone that the energy requires or needs you to move at this time.
Yeah.
It just feels more like you're gonna go for pleasure. I don't know. I sense like if you do travel, I sense you kind of going somewhere like East Coast.
Okay.
And I don't know the word North Carolina. Like North Carolina is also coming up, that region.
Yeah.
So something like that. If you do travel internationally, it feels like it's more Mexico, but not super far.
Okay. Yeah.
And it also feels more towards like August, September, October time.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. And then
I don't know, were you feeling like traveling or any of those areas? Have you thought about any of those areas?
I wanted to laugh when you said Mexico because I did go to Mexico last year, and then I have some family and friends in East Coast in Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
interesting.
Yeah.
So those are just options that are kind of coming up.
Cool. And then I guess the last thing is relationship, if there's anything there. And then any general information, other information you might pick up.
Are you currently dating?
And no.
Okay. I'm kind of sensing that you're going to meet someone this year, actually.
Okay.
If you haven't already.
Yeah.
You're not currently dating or talking or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah. Or like also, I guess like how we would meet and what this type of person would look like, sort of, or you can sense their energy.
I don't know if you're a dog person. I don't know where the dog is coming from. It might be the other person who's really into dogs or has a dog, but something about, I just see you two kind of walking with a dog, like walking a dog.
Okay.
This person seems very educated. Is kind of what I'm picking up, like book smart, educated. Maybe some sort of like high degree, medical field, something like highly educated. Not just like, yeah, something like a higher education of some sort.
Right, of the intellect.
Yeah. It also feels like it's kind of around the corner. The furthest out I'm sensing is like September. The furthest out. So somewhere between June to September. I'm just feeling like this person is like really around the corner. Dark hair is what I'm picking up. This person also seems very like stable and mature. They seem to kind of be in a different place in their life. They don't seem like they're just kind of dating around. It seems more like they are looking for something more serious, like a long-term partnership, someone to bring home to their parents kind of relationship. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, but that's kind of what I'm sensing with this person that I see you walking a dog with.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, no, that's how I am as well. I'm just
Okay.
it just makes me smile thinking about we're walking a dog.
Yeah. I mean, do you have a dog or?
No, but I do love dogs though. So I just wonder if
Okay.
I will be lured in by a dog.
Yeah, it seems like someone from your like a neighborhood, like maybe you're walking around your neighborhood or let me see how you guys would meet. Are you online dating?
No.
Are you interested in that? That was the first thing that came up. Online
Oh,
dating.
oh, no, I think in the past I had a reading too, like a kind of like a tarot reading where she was like, "Are you talking to anyone online?" And I was like, "No, I don't really do online
Mm-hmm.
or anything of that." Yeah.
That's interesting.
But it came up in the
Well,
past
that was
before
the first
too.
thing that came through. I was like, okay, well, how are they gonna meet?
Yeah.
It feels kind of like online, like a coffee meets bagel kind of app, not like a Tinder app, more like a Plenty of Fish. I don't know if that's an app, Plenty of Fish,
Yeah. I
or am I
think
making that up?
it's a dating app too. Yeah.
Oh, okay, but like a coffee meets bagel kind of app. And I don't know if you're into Asian people, but I just kind of picture them as Asian. And I don't know if that's just my own biasness, but I just see like an Asian person.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's either going to be someone from your neighborhood or through an app. But
Oh,
all I know is that there's going to be some sort of dog walking involved at some point.
right.
Getting to know each other kind of vibe.
Okay.
But you seem very connected with this person. This person seems very mature, very not mature in like a born kind of way, but you know, mature as in
Yeah. And
they
a
got their shit
very,
together.
yep,
Kind of,
exactly. Yep.
kind of, yeah.
Yeah. They can adult.
Yeah, exactly. Like they got it on point. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a great way of like describing it. Exactly.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, very like book smart, like
Intellectual.
very educated in some way. Mm-hmm.
Cool. I think that's all my questions I have. If there's anything else that you can pick up in terms of like other information, advice, I know mediumship is totally different, but if any of my old team member gangs are there
Yeah,
to talk, or if they, want to say anything, that too.
they came through pretty strong. I also just want to mention it doesn't also feel like you're going to be dating around. Like it doesn't. I'm not sensing that there's going to be several different connections that you're making. Maybe two at most. But it feels like you meet this person kind of relatively soon.
Cool.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I'm
just
not
kind of
the
wanted to give you a heads up. I don't know what your plans are, but
yeah, no, yeah, that's pretty on with me as well because I'm not the type to like casually date around.
okay.
Yeah.
There might be two, like maybe one little distractor person, like, oh, cute, maybe kind of fun, but it doesn't feel like that's where you're drawn. It seems like you're drawn to this other person who's more adulting ready.
Right.
And then as far as, let me see, general or grandparents. Now or is it both of your grandparents or just one? I'm sensing that there's one. And is it on your dad's side?
Yeah.
Okay.
I usually talk with my grandpa a lot
Okay.
or more
And
often
what about
than
your grandma?
feel bad. Kind of like forget to it's kind of like the person you kind of forget, but they're in the back against the wall or something like that, at a party. You're like, oh yeah, I forgot they arrived to the party. If that makes
Okay.
sense.
And is this your grandmother on your dad's side?
Yeah.
And your grandpa is on which side?
Dad's side as well.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know my mom's grandparents. They died before I was born.
Okay. I mean, they're very like they show up as like the classic Asian grandparents.
That's funny. I'm not surprised though.
Yeah, they're just kind of like I don't know if your grandpa cooked a lot for you or if he likes cooking. But the way he shows up in a kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you liked cooking or you two bonded over cooking or anything like that.
Oh,
Um,
well, I didn't really get to, I only met them twice in my life because I grew
okay.
up in America and they're in, they were in, they weren't able to flee from Vietnam.
Okay.
So yeah, but yeah, I know in the previous reading, people have said, like, someone told me like, oh, they're here. They're like two peas in a pod. Both my,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they show up pretty strongly, and for whatever reason, I just see them in um like the grandpa. He just shows up in like in more of like a kitchen, or even just like sharpening tools of some sort. Maybe sharpening a knife to like cook or to chop up meat. It's
Okay.
kind of what it's looking like butchering of some
Yeah.
sort.
Right.
But he shows up in that way. But let me just see if they have anything to say. I said, "Do you guys have anything to say?" And they said, the first thing they said was to tell her that your grandparents love you, um, and that I think your grandpa, he's the one who's kind of talking, but he's the one who's saying that he wants you to pay attention to his guidance if you feel inspired to. But I guess he does communicate with you pretty regularly and sort of like guides you to keep you kind of safe and out of trouble and like sort of keep you safe and protected essentially. And it sounds to me like that's kind of his major role in your life. Whereas the grandmother, she's more of like the inspiration that comes through. And I'm just sensing that she kind of teaches you more about like how to care for people, how to be intimate or just like loving and caring. Um, and inspiration is another word that comes through for her. Whereas your grandpa, he gives you like, he says he gives you a lot of information. So pay attention to the subtle hints and guidance and signs that you get. It's overall what he's saying.
Cool.
I think he also leads you through your career. Like I think what he does is I think he's going to be guiding you to find the job or the career that's best suited for you. I think he's the one who guides you through that process.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see, where are we on time? Oh, 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that you wanted to kind of talk about? Oh, general reading?
Yeah. Any information or advice, anything else you picked up on? Yeah. I am pretty much out of questions. So
Okay. Okay, cool. They're saying that your lifestyle is going to change a lot in the next 5 years. Maybe within the next 2 years, you're going to start seeing the difference in your lifestyle. I think that really just means like the way I interpret that or the way I see it is that in the next 5 years, I don't know how old are you or what you plan for your life, but it just seems like you're going to transition more into like a family life in the next 5 years. But overall, what I'm hearing is that the way you're living your life now is not going to be how you're going to live your life in the next 2 years or in the next 5 years. It will kind of dramatically change. More settled down vibes. Do you want to have kids?
no.
Or open to it? Okay.
But I know my friends will be, I'll try to be great aunts to my friends' kids and hopefully have dogs of my own.
Yeah. So overall, what I'm hearing is that in the next 2 to 5 years, your lifestyle is going to change a lot. More like purchasing a house if you feel inspired to, kind of more responsibility that way, like adulting in a different way, but more settled is what I'm hearing. And that's going to start changing within the next 2 to 5 years. But it's going to look a lot different than what it looks like now. It's the overall message that I'm getting.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Is that kind of what you're looking for?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in my early 30s. So
Okay.
I'm 32. So
Okay.
yeah, so it is that time, but it's just nice knowing that more will be coming in, more money. And again, it's just like, yeah, settle down vibes. Kind of
Yeah.
like,
They're also
yeah.
they're saying like you have really nothing to worry about. Like you kind of live. I don't know. When I tune into your energy, it's very like chill and very like stable, and you kind of cultivate this like home life, this energy of stability, of routine. It just feels very stable, like throughout your 30s. It just feels like a very stable time in your life. I don't know what your 20s were like was like, but what I'm sensing with your 30s is that it's going to be very stable, very like just chill. Like if you do like dogs, it's like me and my dogs, me and my family. Um, and you can interpret family however, whatever inspires you. Um, but something like that. Yeah.
Awesome. Well,
Are you looking to buy a house?
um, I'm not in a rush.
Okay.
I think it's more of just whenever I get money. It's expensive in LA. So
Yeah.
uh but yeah.
Well, in the next 5 years, I see a change in that. So
Awesome. Wow,
yeah.
yay. Well, thank you so
Thanks so
much.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot for booking a session.
No, it was so cool. I'm so excited for my future. But I mean, I kind of knew it was like, it's like I kind of know my life is going up. It's just more like sometimes
Hmm.
I like to know what month.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So,
know. I feel you on that too.
yeah. So,
Sometimes the month though, like it could flex because it could be flexible because depending on the question that you're asking, like if you say like when am I going to meet my soulmate, you might get a time frame on when you'll meet them, but when will you be with them is a different thing.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All right.
awesome. Thanks so much.
Yeah. You have a good evening. Okay.
Yeah, you too. See ya.
Bye bye.
Bye. When I booked a reading, there was a 30-minute option, and I thought to myself, is this enough time? Because usually when you get a reading, they go by so fast. And you saw my reading, though, the style of how Beverly read and gave the information was really, I'd say quicker, or the answers were a bit shorter. So I've been to readings where someone can talk and talk or sometimes ramble on just one question that I ask. So I guess I can say this was more of a efficient and quicker reading I've had, which I don't mind at all. She does offer longer sessions too, but I found that 30 minutes was good enough for me. So what did you guys think about my psychic reading and that style? Comment down below on your thoughts and who do you like me to get another reading from. Thanks for watching.